Hi guys, it's Rob Lester here from Lester Bathrooms. Thank you for taking the time to check out our channel where we're all about bathrooms. If you can give us a like and subscribe, lovely. Little video today on how to waterproof membrane a shower area. Now it's essential to waterproof any showering area, whether you use this membrane system or a tanking kit. There are various ones available. Personally, this is the one I like to choose, which I'll explain more at the end. Let's get into the video. Okay guys, the tools and materials required for this job. I've got down here a tape measure, pencil, pair of scissors. I've got I think a 3 or 4 mil notch trowel and a flat plastering trowel. I've got my mixing bucket for my adhesive, which is a Tops Tiles slow set flexible adhesive, which I use for all of my tiling. I've also got a Tops Tiles wall membrane roll and a spirit level. That's what we'll need for this job. Okay guys, let's take a little moment to talk about our walls and substrates. On here we've got a bonded wall that we floated out because it was old adhesive. It is a solid wall that had old tiles on, so we've filled that and we've sealed it in an SBR sealer. And on this wall we've got a G-Tech aqua board that I always put, if we have the chance to put plasterboard, we always put G-Tech aqua board. I've sealed down the corner and I've sealed the horizontal joints and the corner joints. Okay, I did all that before, so it's all nice and dry, so we can start to measure out and cut our membrane. Okay, let's get a measurement of the height first, because that will be the same for both sides, so we can cut that off length first. Okay, try and find a nice big sensible area where you can lay the membrane out and cut it without any restrictions. So we're lucky enough to use the customer's garage here, so we'll lay it all out and cut it now. Okay, now we've got our length cut, we can cut our width that we measured upstairs, and the offcut will be the first piece that goes in, and we'll use that for the corner. So we've got a 900 by 900 square tray going in here, so I'll measure this wall first, and we've got about 960 there. So there's a lot of tolerance here. I tend to come sort of about 1 inch from the corner, and I overlap where the tray is going to be, just so we've got a little bit of excess going outside the tray. So on this occasion I'll allow 900 because we're coming about 1 inch from the corner. That'll take it another inch outside the enclosure, and the same with this one. We've got exactly 900 here, so I'll probably allow 1.5 inches just so it comes away from the corner and comes away from this corner. And then once we cut that out, the excess that comes off we'll do into the corner piece there. Okay, we've got our first piece cut in there, and the corner piece, which is the offcut of the first piece, which will go in the corner, and we'll go ahead and cut the height of the second section now. Okay, so we've got our rolls cut to the right height and width. I've marked mine just to know that that's for that wall and that's for that wall. They're relevant offcuts next to them, so that offcut will be the first piece we'll start with in this corner, and the smaller offcut that came off this I will be using to wrap around this corner. So our next job will be to get our adhesive all mixed up, and then we can start putting that on the wall. Okay, a bit of water in there. Okay, and this is the consistency I'm after. Not too stiff, not too sloppy, just so you can pick it up and it holds there nicely. So we can get our first piece of membrane on now, which is this corner piece. So we'll begin just putting some adhesive into this corner nice and tight. So that's the corner all adhesive. Try and keep it as neat as you can. If you see any great big lumps, just whip them off and try and get tight into the corner as you can. It just helps to make a little bit of better bonding if you've got it tight into the corners when you press that in. Okay, we'll get the corner piece up now. Okay, let's take our corner piece. I always like to start from the top down because that's the way I like to do it. It just feels easier. Fold it in half like this and then just get that into the corner nicely and just try and keep that same measured center all the way down. I like to just ease it in all the way down first to the floor, like that. Try and keep it nice and central. Give it a little push with your hands first. There we go. Like that. Try and get as much as the lipping out as possible without getting your hands covered in too much adhesive. Then take your plastering trowel and give that a nice push in the corner and a nice feather through. Flatten as you go. Doesn't matter if you get adhesive over this, you want to bond it anyway. Right, that's our corner piece through. All nice and flattened out with our plastering trowel and all the adhesive scraped back. Now we're going to take our next corner piece, which is this piece, and because we've got a little box section here, because there's a lot of pipe work in here, I'm going to wrap this corner up as well before we put the main piece through the middle. That's our corner all adhesived up. Just showing you quickly sort of what I like to do in terms of coverage and keeping everything as tightly troweled as possible, and try and keep mess to a minimum because it just all helps everything go a lot smoother. We've got our corner membrane here. Make sure the printed with this top stuff is on the outside. Drop that in and we'll start to fold this. I'll do the one face first, like that. Pull it all round, get it nice and flush. Get it all nice and flush there. And then you can start to wrap the face round there. Try and get that as flat as you can with your hands first before you bring in the trowel to smooth it through. Now we've got the corner detailed, this corner detailed, our perimeters, we've got to spread this whole wall to get this main wall up, so we'll do that now. God, it's hot in here. We're changing these halogen lights because they're deadly, but right, let's crack on. Oh. Right, so you want to hang this initially like you would a piece of wallpaper, So I want to start from the top. I want to just check my dimensions each side, so I've got a nice bit of overlap on the corner and the internal corner profile. And I want to just make sure it's hanging fairly level, which that looks pretty good. Just look down the side, look down the edge, and then I start smoothing it through from the top down with my hands, just to try and work out any air bubbles as you go down. Let's just move that quick. Move that quick. Okay, once you're happy with that and you've smoothed it all out initially with your hands, I would go ahead and take our plastering trowel again and start just smoothing the whole thing over, taking off these excess bits of adhesive as well. Okay, that's on, nice flat, troweled up, and let's just repeat the process on this other wall. So there we go, we're all done. We're all fully membraned, fully waterproof, ready to tile. And that's what I like about this system over other systems where you tank the walls in sort of you paint on a render, is that you have to allow it drying time and a couple of coats. With this membrane, you can do that and it's ready to tile right now. So thanks for watching, guys. Give us a subscribe and like if you can. Let us know in the comments what you do with your shower areas. Do you use this technique or another technique? We've got loads of how-to videos on our channel and other bathroom makeovers, so try and check that out, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers, thank you.